So what's up, everyone? This is Pastor Divine, and today we're going to be reacting to Tom MacDonald's called Balloons. If you notice, the color of my me is a lot better. The reason why is because I put up another light right over here, and then I got a light up there, so I show up a lot better. This is called Balloons. I just listened to like 15 seconds of it. Wow. But let's get into it.
Miss the days when no one even knew my name. Now everywhere I go, I wear a hat to hide my face. I got weapons hidden inside every room in my place. Now I have to keep a pistol on me always, just in case. This is a nightmare. Never expected the fame to be something I would wrestle with and fight to embrace. Sometimes I feel like the love I get's outweighed by the hate. I hid the tears, but I can't hide from the pain.
So it's one of these type of songs where he sings about like how he feels, technically speaking, about how he feels about all the attention. Okay, so it's not a political song. I'm kind of happy about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been staying away from politics, but you know, I'm happy about that. Yeah. This is gonna be like a song about him, which I'm happy to hear. And balloons. Last time I saw a video that had balloons in it, it was NF, and he used it as a way of saying this is my anxiety, and this is, you know, the stuff that I don't want to let go. Am I gonna let it float away? So I guess I'm gonna guess that's kind of like the same take on this, but we'll see.
I'm working 20-hour days, can't even lie to y'all, I'm burnt out. Asleep on my weight bench, trying to find the strength to work out. Should be happy I'm successful, I just went and bought my first house. Thought money would help cure my depression, but it's worse. How?
20-hour days. That's more than I work. I work about 12 hours. But dang, wow. And I like how he brings up, you know, I thought money was gonna help solve this, but it doesn't. I think that's where a lot of people fall into this whole thing of like, oh yeah, money's gonna help me. Money's gonna help me be happy and everything. The Bible actually speaks a lot about money. It doesn't always bring up money as a bad thing. It actually brings up a lot of good things about money and what you can do about saving up, how to manage it, what to do with your money, tithing, which I mean, tithing is not required to go to heaven, but it brings up everything. But it also brings up that the money is the root of all evil. It's not saying that money is evil, it's saying that the root of evil is money. So people do evil things based off money, or fame, you know, you could say that. But I guess I in a sense you could say that he's been serving money this time. When you do stuff in order to feel happy because you want to get more money, I think money becomes your god. I would say that. So I think you can tell by my voice, I don't know, something, it's weird. It happens every year during the winter time. My throat gets like that. So I'm gonna name you a verse. I can't name it on top of my head, but I know what it says. You know, you can't serve two masters. You cannot serve God or mammon, which is money. And I think that's kind of where he was. Okay, he was serving money. Money was his god. He kind of worshipped it. He thought it was going to make him feel better. It didn't really exactly make him feel better. Let's continue.
Lucky I don't have a manager because I'll be firing them. Tired of talking to other artists who just want to tell me I'm inspiring them. Parents keep telling me they have a kid and they're thankful the child is admiring me. Great, want to know how I feel? I might kill myself before retiring.
Dang. You know, I'm going to say this right now. You know, you don't have to feel this way because you're an artist. You can feel this way by, you know, just simply going through a lot of stuff in your life. Just recently, I mean, I've been going through some stressful moments, some depression, and I've been not too happy. I have not been sleeping well. For the past weeks, I have not been sleeping well. I wake up and I just don't know what to do because I keep thinking and thinking. I overthink things and I don't like it. But one thing I've been avoiding is community, people, and a reason why is because I don't want to get stabbed in the back again. So it's like I've had all those thoughts like, okay, if I continue doing this, then this is gonna happen, and blah blah blah, this and that. And I'm gonna let you know, suicide has came up. It has absolutely come up. I remember just sitting on my bed, not even a bed, it's my sleeping bag on the floor, just laying on my sleeping bag and listening to worship music, and it's like death just comes over you. And you're just like, what if I just ended it all? Like, you get in that whole mindset, like, okay, you know how easy it would be? I've been dealing with that a lot. And Seems to be as if nobody understands in my life. I mean, there's probably people here that can understand, but it's like everybody I talk to doesn't understand it. I don't care who you are. It's like my friends or people who I talk to, or just even at church, they don't understand it, and they don't want to understand it. And then they think they can help, and it's just like you refuse to understand what I'm trying to say and how I feel, and then you claim to be able to help me. No, it's not how it works. It's spiritual maturity.
I'm in the clouds, I can't reach the ground. They're coming in crowds, blew me up like a balloon and let me go. Watch me float away, well I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them.
I like that. Every time I'm close, they pull out their phones. Now, for me, it's not always their phone. It's always like something else. A distraction comes in place, and nobody wants to talk. And I get a lot of that. Like, oh yeah, come over and we can talk and chat. There's no time to talk or chat. You know, come to the Bible studies. There's no time to talk and chat. It's we're here to talk about our feelings and then leave. That's basically it. You know, there's no time. It's church. Okay, volunteer and then go home. No time. Okay, I got things to do in the afternoon. Oh, no, screw that. You know, screw you. Gosh. Like, I'm getting angry just listening to this song.
Explode, blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They all throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left me. I miss the times when I could go outside. I didn't have to watch my back out of the corner of my eye. I didn't have to fake a smile and pose for pictures all the time. Can't even lie, I miss when time was really mine.
I like that right there. You know, I don't have to fake a smile. Or when he had to go out, he had to fake a smile. Like, you can interpret this song like so many ways, you know. Like, I was told, hey, smile more. Smile more? Hey, maybe people will like you if you smile more. You want me to just get dirt and bury my pain? Smile more? That's your advice? And then what? When I break, they walk away or they leave me? You're just, because that's what happens. People at church, anywhere, they tell you smile more. Act as if you're happy. Get to know people. Be happy. Be excited. And you do that. And then they find out all the problems you have. And then they stab you in the back. They walk away. So the people that you thought you trusted are not the ones that you trust. I think this video is going to allow you guys to know how I feel. Okay? This is why I have problems with trusting people. This is why I don't open up. And the reason why I'm doing this channel is because speaking to a camera and then hearing all the comments, not the people being dicks in the comments, people being in the comments and actually speaking about all this type of stuff, it's heartwarming to know there's people that can actually relate. You know what I mean? Instead of just being told to get over it, put a smile on your face and bury it, it's better to hear that people go through it with you. You know what I mean? You know, we're supposed to cast our problems, you know, fears, anxiety to the feet of the Lord, you know? But also what comes that is community that's supposed to help you and be there and support you. And it's all fake. The community is fake. They don't help you, you know? And you can't do this journey by yourself. You need other people. But I can't trust nobody.
Now I just belong to everybody else but me. These panic attacks are making it awful hard to breathe. Built a vocal booth inside the crib and stopped making beats. Don't even rap, I stand inside of it and scream. Like, this is not what I expected. I work my hands to the bone, and my anxiety is triggered by the apps on my phone. I tried deleting them so the internet would leave me alone, but the lack of attention made me feel worse than before. I'm sick of it all. The internet watching me trip when I fall. Embarrassed that everyone witnesses all. My illness isn't real time. Man, I'm addicted to y'all. Rappers on Twitter don't get me involved. I'm posing for photos with fans in the mall and dying inside pretending I'm strong. I'm not a celebrity. I am just Tom.
I like how he says that. I'm not a celebrity, I'm just Tom. I don't think I have to explain what that means. I think that's just clear as it is. I'm not a celebrity, I'm just Tom. Basically, I'm just a person who's just explaining what he feels like and what he's going through.
I can't reach the ground. They're coming in crowds. Give me like a balloon and let me go. Watch me float away, well, I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They all throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left. I miss every Friday wasn't spent with my therapist. Then I realized I hated fame and accepted I'm scared of it. I got Ativan, Cipralex, Xanax, and Seroquel in a Tupperware container. I don't touch, I just stare at them. Breathing exercise is supposed to help me to cope, but nothing works quite as good as a bottle of Jack and a smoke. I try to focus on my breath, but it gets stuck in my throat. This never happened back when I was young and happy and broke.
I never thought I'd be the rapper all these rappers trying to be. Posting 20 times a day, now I don't have no privacy. Meeting with these major labels, CEOs with giant teams. If y'all want to do business, why are y'all trying to lie to me? I'm bored of the fame. Every time it feels fresh again, I'm getting more of the same. Interviewers think they know who I am, they made up their mind before I explain. Well, because you asked so nice, I guess I'll tell. Ain't been feeling too hot lately, Jim. Is there anything else? Great, cause lately every day I feel like I'm living in hell. I'm glad the music helps you, but I might really kill myself. When this magazine gets printed, can you send one to my house? I'd like to own a tiny piece of me like everybody else.
I like how he said that, you know, my music, I'm happy that my music really helps me, but I really want to kill myself. That right there, I immediately took, okay? You know, Triple X, and all these other rappers that talk about like their suicidal thoughts and drug addiction and constantly going back to drugs and blah blah blah, this and that. All these kids and teens idolize that. They look at that and they idolize it, and they just consume it all. They just look at it and be like, wow, this is awesome, great, wow, this guy's singing about his drug addiction, but they're not reaching out to him. And I see that a lot with a lot of artists, is that they go through all this pain and they have no one to, you know, go to, and nobody wants to carry the burden. It's just, you know, in a sense, these people are making this music as a way of reaching out. They're calling out for help, and these kids and teens think, oh wow, it's amazing, he's such a good rapper, he really talks a lot about, you know, the really hard stuff that he's going through in life. But they don't realize that they have made this music for so long, in the years and years to come, and nothing gets in their head like, wow, nobody's helping him. Like, he's been making music for 4 years about his depression and suicide and drunkardness and constantly going to drugs, and nobody has helped him. You know, if you're a producer and you got contacts to be able to talk to these rappers that are constantly singing about this stuff, do your part and reach out to these artists and help them. In my mind, I look at that and I say, okay, if you're in contact with these big artists that are constantly singing about drugs and alcohol and being in deep depression and not being able to let go of their pain, and you don't do anything about it, even though you can get in contact with them, I would say that if they committed suicide or they ended up dead, I would say their blood was on their hands. Because you're watching somebody completely destroy themselves from the inside out, crying for help through their music, and nobody's helping them. That's what gets me when I listen to all these rappers talking about all this stuff and the spiritual warfare and nobody helping them. And then I go to the Christian channels and they just bash these artists. I get so mad because it's like, you get thousands of views and maybe just possibly that artist will watch you and get even more angry and more butthurt because of your video. So instead of these artists and these Christian YouTubers trying to give advice, they just bash him and say he's a man of the devil. I ain't surprised. Instead of trying to explain what they're going through and give them a solution or give them answers to questions they've been asking for years and no church has been able to give them an actual good answer, you know, the songs.
Don't watch me float away while I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They all throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left me.
Another thing that I want to say is like they throw rocks at me, so they want to make me pop instead of see me blow. You know, that's basically what I go through, okay? You know, instead of like cheering me on, because I go to the streets and I talk to people on the streets. I talk to atheists, Buddhists, Hindus, I talk to New Agers, I talk to Satanists, I talk to anybody who wants to be willing to even have a civil conversation. And I won't say screw you, I won't say F you, I won't flick you off. I will sit there and have a civil conversation for an hour if I had to. As long as you are honest and open to talk, I am open and honest to talk. I hold flags, I hand out Bibles, I have gospel tracts. I have signs that ask questions, basically just simple questions like, if you were to die today, where would you go, heaven or hell? Jesus loves you. Come to me, all who are weary. I have banners that say nothing will separate me from God. No tribulation, evil, goodness, angels. It's simple stuff, okay? And I have Christian people that try to tell me that what I'm doing is bad, that what I'm doing is wrong. This channel, okay, this whole channel here is bad. How I talk to people is bad. How I address things is bad. How I answer your questions is bad. And apparently, I have insulted people in the comments. Apparently, I have went to the comments, and it's not even just my comments when I say anything else you would like to say. For someone who just said F you, your God can go suck a D. I get blamed for your comments. Like, if somebody insults me or gets mad because of something I say, I get blamed for it. Even though I didn't say anything that was bad. I get blamed for it. I get told. I get torn down. I get rocks thrown at me. They don't want to see me grow. They want me to stop. And I get that all the time. I'm alone on this. See, I'll take advice. If you want to join me and you want to spend your weekend out there trying to reach people for Christ, I will take your advice. If you want to join me and you want to put your feet in my shoes, you want to go out there and join me, I will take your advice into consideration. That's how it works. But if you're not willing to actually see what I do and experience what I experience, and everything I do is to bring people to Christ, to show them the gospel, to answer questions that no church is willing to answer, I will take your advice into consideration if you're willing to join me. If you're willing to hand out gospel tracts, wave flags that say Jesus is King. What is wrong with that? That's how insecure and ashamed churches are, is when they see a young man, 25 years old, go onto the streets. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but this is how I feel. Why aren't pastors cheering on anybody that goes out and does anything just to reach the people to Christ? Why isn't it that? And I'll tell you why. It's because the church says it, do it my way or the highway. That's basically what they do now. My way or the highway. They don't like it any other way. If I even put up a table that says, come to me, all who are weary and heavy burden, and I will give you rest. Ask me what that means. I guarantee you the churches here would tell me, you're building up walls. Building up walls. This is why I don't trust the church. This is why I don't trust people in the church, or basically anybody who tries to tell me to stop. Because they refuse to understand what I'm doing. And they immediately throw rocks. And then they tell me I'm throwing rocks. I'm just, and I'm not saying this, and I'm going to end the video after I say this. I'm not saying that I'm going to leave the faith. I would never leave the faith. I know Christ exists. I know God exists. Through my whole life, I know the spiritual exists. I've seen too much, experienced too much to know that he exists. But I'm so close. Like, give me an excuse close to just say screw the church. I am so close to saying that. And I'm being open. I'm being open. And people are gonna say, why don't you say this in front of us? The reason why I don't say it in front of you is because you would shut me down. You don't want me to talk. You don't want me to tell you how I feel. You know, you give me the same bullcrap answers of, that's the devil speaking to you. That's him speaking to you. That's him throwing rocks at you. That's him trying to tear you down. Stop giving me those crappy answers. Take me under your wing, and help me. And I don't mean just send me text messages, okay? Sending me text messages after every day saying, hey, how are you? How are you doing? That to me is throwing rocks at me. That doesn't help. That's not community. You're tearing me down even more when you text me instead of talk to me and invite me to places and do stuff with me. That's the problem with the church. We're too materialistic now. It's bullcrap.